Hey guys, Ellie here with another Walker's Quests episode where I make theme decks based on the daily quests and some tie-in theme. The weekly quest is still that escalated quickly as community cast 80,000 spells with Escalate, which looks like it's been completed. The daily quests I'll be doing today are Champion of the Rootbrown Crag, win 2 games in which you cast a red or a green spell. Champion of the Drowned Catacomb, win 2 games where you cast a blue or black spell. And Grave Pact, sacrifice 10 permanents. The deck I'll be using today is pretty much an elf deck. I'm not a huge fan of elves, but that dates back to early days of goblins versus elves in the age-old Onslaught block. This is a green and black deck. Fortunately, it didn't quite get as much sacrifice off as I'd like, but we do have Bone Splinters for a bit of removal. It's one of the biggest issues I'm looking at with this deck is it's going to lack removal power, but there's still quite a lot of good, strong elf cards that will hopefully hold in. It seems like I might be missing one. Actually, might be missing an elf card that I was supposed to have on this. That's not a problem. We will quickly add that in and remove something else. So yeah, the Thornbow Archer, nice cheap 1-drop elf. That really hurts my opponent every time it attacks. Bone Splinters for a bit of removal. There was Scarred Vinebreeder. It's a pretty good elf card, really. It's useful in that it is able to come out and sort of wreak a little bit of damage. Hang on, I seem to be gone past it. There it is. So, it's supposed to add Dwin Guiltleaf Dane. Pumps up my elves, and they get get rid of Liliana. So Dwin's Elite, I get Elf tokens, Elvish Visionary draws cards, Deadbridge Shaman helps just make them discard their hand, Eyeblight Assassin for a little bit of removal on the cheap cards, Nissa, actually very effective. I don't. This Nissa is. This isn't too bad. This will do. Basically, just cycle through. But I probably prefer one of the other Nissas. Actually, the original Nissa Ravine would be very good. Reclamation Sage helps remove enchantments and artifacts. Shaman of the Pact, very useful when I get more elves out. Dwyrm pumps up, gain life. Liz Ella Huntmaster, basically I get more elves, and Guiltleaf Winnower allows me to kill off any creatures that are in my way, so a little bit of removal. So, elves tend to be very good. They usually win by outnumbering. This is one of the cool things back from Onslaught, was the traditional elf deck was just outnumber and combine your different power to a few elves that would basically work together and make it incredibly difficult for your opponent to remove all your elves. It's similar to goblins, except goblins would actually not care if you targeted them because they threw themselves left, right and centre. So that's essentially how elves traditionally work, is just cycle through, get some lands, get a lot of elves out, just outnumber. So we'll see if elves is still up to the task and if it can handle fighting other decks. Alright, here we go, game number 1. I have a sneaky suspicion of white. Ooh, this is might be a tough battle. Alright, so I'm going second. That's actually a pretty okay start for me. Shaman of the Pact. I'd prefer that to come out a bit later. It's not much use to me this early on. Okay, so we've got a bit of green-white. So Thornbow, we want to play the Thornbow Archer right now, like nice and early. Thornbow Archer, that gives me a huge advantage because it's essentially 2 damage on the table already, which is quite good. We've got the Bone Splinters, which we can use if we really need to remove something. Okay, this is not what I wanted. I don't want to take with the Thornbow Archer simply because I don't know. Damn, this is a renowned deck. Been seeing a lot of renowned decks lately. No point in taking the Thornbow Archer because it will be knocked off the board this turn. There's little I can do. Actually, this is an unfortunate start. Without something a little bit more, yeah, without something that's a little bit more in the face. Unfortunately, that card also has Vigilance, which is not ideal. I mean, we can't. I can sit there and take a little bit of damage early on. It gets renowned. I'm going to have to find some way of knocking it off in a few turns. Yeah, this is actually a really bad start. I mean, it'd be nice if he plays out a enchantment or artifact, because then I can just combo that off. But I don't see that happening. I mean, one option is that I might. We'll give this 2 games, and I might actually go remove some of the land. I might be able to get away with that. That's one of the things. So we don't really need the land. Okay, we'll take the damage for now. There's very little I can do at the moment. I'm hoping that I can get something a little bit more reliable. Okay, we're gonna go. Don't really want to waste this now, but I have a feeling. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's actually. This is a bad start, unfortunately. Not exactly what I want to use now. Yeah, this is looking absolutely awful. Yeah. A very horrible start. It seems a lot of these sort of white-green decks have been doing well lately, so. Okay, that's definitely a loss. Little I can do. I'm just going to drop Shaman of the Pact. Alright, that is an unfortunate loss. Yeah, that did not. That was a really bad draw start out, unfortunately. So, I am not having luck with deck themes lately. Alright, game 1 is definitely a loss. That was a horrible start. We'll see what happens next game. We might have to do a bit of a deck edit. Alright, game number 2. Right, let's have a look. Going second. That looks a little bit more clean start. Unfortunately, I don't get to drop the Thornbow. Would be a nice start there, but whatever. We'll take the start. So he's red. I suspect red-green. Though I could be wrong. Red-blue. Also, Vessel of Paramecia. Top 3 cards of this, like, ooh, that's a little painful. Elvish Visionary. Ooh, excellent, excellent. That is going to be very, very useful. Ooh. Okay. It's an interesting waste of a twin bolt. Again, hey, I mean, I've said this before. That's something I would have saved to play on his turn, or during my turn, not playing during your main phase. Ooh. That's not much point in playing either of those at the moment. I think our best bet is just to skip, drop the Huntmaster next turn, and turn. Ooh, he's using a mill. He's definitely using a mill. This is an interesting mill that we're up against too. Alright. Play the Huntmaster and hope that we can... Which is interesting, he's playing a mill. So now I'll be losing the top card of my library. He's got some pretty good control. And no I'm predicting very, very little in the way of creatures, so it's probably almost worth just dropping those now. Sacrifice, make me lose the top 3 cards. What did I lose? Ooh, that's a bit painful. Alright. We've got 5 mana on the table. I think what we'll do is we will go Eyeblight Assassin. Nothing for me to target. And Dwan's Elite, giving me a token. Yeah. The question is he going to have enough control to hold out long enough against me? I probably should have actually played the Thornbow last turn. He'll target the Eyeblight. This is all that good. Ooh. Red Blue Mill, jeez. No, he's held out pretty well, but don't know if I wonder if he can keep it up. We'll play that. Take with all. We'll play the Winnower and the Thornbow, and that's the turn over. So basically, this is a game against the clock. Oof, would have been good to have that. Yeah, be great if I can pull out a Reclamation Mage to knock off those, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm not. When your graveyard is about the same size as your library, you know you're in trouble. We'll drop Shaman of the Pact. Attack with all. Thornbow will help knock off his life a little bit. So essentially now I'm racing against the clock. If hopefully I can keep ahead of him. But yeah, without I'm going to be losing quite a lot of cards in my library. Yeah. So, fortunately, I'm starting to get back in the game. Even though half my library is gone, but he's also on 9 health. Devoid choose. Return target's spell or creature to its owner's hand. 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Excuse me. We'll escalate that. That was a smart move. Right. Unfortunately, I don't really need the bone splinters. So yeah, for both of us, this is a race against the clock. I'm having to deal as much damage as I possibly can in the shortest space of time. Meanwhile, he's trying to deck me. If I'm lucky, he hasn't got anything. Draw 2 cards. So he's putting... He is entirely relying on me being decked. Which has not happened. I think I win this just. Bit of revenge and payback here. Destroy that. Sacrifice you. Yep, that was a clincher. That was very, very close. He had the right idea. The issue is he waited for everything to happen. he played all of his cards on his turn rather sort of than sitting back and sort of trying to bait out things. So if I was to play his deck, I would probably play a lot of that stuff on my opponent's turn, or the instants on my opponent's turn. That's why you want to play instants. Yeah, it wasn't, but it's a very, very good style of mill. That is quite good. It's got good control against small aggro decks. For larger decks, I think it would. For larger creatures, I think it would struggle. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright, game number 3. So far we're 1 for 1. The first game, yeah, really bad start out. I think it was just a bit of bad luck. Second game was definitely a knife, walking on the knife's edge. We will see how this one goes. Okay, we're kicking off the start. Yeah, I don't know. Play Foul Orchard, so we can play the Elvish Visionary next turn. So we're versing black-white. That would be interesting. All play Swamp, Elvish Visionary. Okay, looking like we've got a nice set of cards at the moment. Yeah, the only issue I have with Eyeblight Assassin is that it doesn't have flash, so it's more of a sort of a it's one of the it's not one of those cards I like all that much. We'll attack with a Visionary. And then we'll play Dwin's Elite, giving me another elf. But mostly, these 3 aren't really worth playing at the moment because there's nothing really to target with them. Shaman of the Pact. It's actually probably was worth its cost at 3 mana anyway, but we're holding out a little bit and seeing if we can boost it a bit more. Okay, Okay, so what I want to do here, I'm going to attack with all. Okay, so he's going to probably, if I'm hoping, he'll block the 2/2. No! He didn't block. That was interesting. In that case, I'm going to drop Shaman of the Pact. So he lost 3 life. That's pretty good at the moment. So, yeah, that was disappointing. I was hoping he would block so I could drop the Eyeblight Assassin. But he was smart and didn't. Be interesting, because that means... I'm trying to I'm sitting there just sort of trying to fish out that Liliana. But I don't think it's going to happen. Right, so... Is it? It gains flying into end of turn. Okay. Discard a card. Oh, here, madness. Yeah. And then he will tackle the Liliana to gain the life. That's fine. That's fine. That was a smart play. So he'll gain the life back. Fortunately, I'm actually tempted to say no. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna play out the Hunt Master. I'll skip attack. And the reason I'm doing this is because now I'm sitting at a slightly better position in which I can start generating more elves. Shaman of the Pack ends up becoming more powerful. The worst he can do is maybe I'd swing in with that 2/2 flyer and try and badness a lot of stuff. But if I'm lucky, let's see, what do we got here? If a non-target creature opponent controls would die, exile it, put 2/2 black zombie, sacrifice another vampire zombie, put 2+1+1. In other words, I probably don't want to do anything for the time being. Non-token creature. If I get a Bone Splinters, that'd be quite useful, but then his Liliana flips. Actually, I'm not too worried if the Liliana flips. That might actually be okay. Ooh. Fine Breed would be good to play right about now. I think the best option is... Unfortunately... The best option is to play defensively for the time being until I can figure out my next move. But I don't quite see what I can do next. Unfortunately, unless I can kill... Actually, I can. Sacrifice 2 tokens to knock it out. I have to sacrifice 2 creatures to knock it out. Discard a card, gave it flying. You'll activate its madness. Ooh dear. That is not cool. I think I just lost my 3/3. No! That was interesting. He'll take with that. Okay, so he'll take with that. That's intriguing. Okay. It would be nice to drop 2. I don't think he's going to be playing any enchantments, so I think this is going to be our best option. What I'll try and do, if I get another land, I'm going to drop both Eye Blights and knock out his Dragoon. That way he can't forcefully discard cards. That is going to be getting incredibly big if you start sacrificing things. Unfortunately, Liliana's going to flip next turn. Actually, I need to time this well. I want to drop the 2 Eye Blights now, but next turn he's going to force me to. He'll end up forcing me to discard Shaman of the Pact if I do it. So my best option at this time is Two. I mean, I could get rid of a zombie. That might be one option, is to knock off the zombies. But I'm thinking... no. I think it's best to just sit back at the moment. Yeah. This is definitely the moment we're in a very nasty state. So he's gonna fire off that, cast its madness. Yeah, unfortunately, we're in quite a bit of a stalemate. There's very little I can actually do. I'm so tempted to just skip the blocking, but I definitely know I can't. Puts me on 8. If I'm lucky, I might be able to do some damage next turn. Okay, this is a gamble. What I'm doing here is I'm gambling big time. Sacrificing to make that big. Unfortunately, I'd love to be able to swing it at Liliana, but what I might do... skip that. So I can discard the Thornbow. So I'll discard the Thornbow. Hopefully, I can discard that. Maybe chuck in your Madness's card. If I'm lucky, I might be able to deal enough damage to finish him off. Yeah, we'll get back to 21. I'm on 9 elves currently. I'll probably have to lose a couple. Just trying to think about how he's going to approach this. Alright. So, let's remove you. We'll block you. Block you. We'll sacrifice the tokens. And we'll take 2. Unfortunately, he's on 21. If I'm lucky, I can bust through and deal a fair bit of damage. Fortunately, he can't play anything now. And he's got 2 cards out. Nissa gives me another elf. The best way, so I've got 8 elves. That would be 9 damage total. Best way I'm thinking of playing this out. Another elf. Force him to lose 9 life. That puts him down on 12. Sorry, 11. We'll play a forest. Nissa flips. And we'll put Ashea into play. Right, let's see. He'll block 2. This is sort of a do or die moment. Liliana is not a threat to me. This is sort of a do or die moment. I can probably block some of that damage next turn. Yep. I thought as much. Ooh, we won't. Two, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 10. I'm 1 damage short. Yeah. 3 damage short. Just want to see what he's gonna do. If hopefully he stuffs up. Yep, so he's gonna play. He's gonna madness something. Oh, no, he's bringing back his card. Kind of stuffs up. Still got summoning sickness, dude. Tiger creature can't block this turn. Well played, well played. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. I don't think I've got enough to block with. He's stolen a lot. let's have a look. You. I think I still end up taking too much damage. Alright, that's an unfortunate loss. He had quite a good deck. So we're 1 for 2. Nails aren't as good as they used to be. Alright, and the game coming up. Alright, game number 4. Had quite a few long games today. Got to have some shorties for a change. Right. Okay, so we start a second. Why do I get the feeling I'm going to get mana flooded? Alright, we'll hold up to that hand. Probably not the best hand to hold on to. No. Why do I have to... I'm getting really sort of annoyed with a lot of these white decks coming out now. Ugh. Seems like it's... No, white-blue. Okay. Thank you for not being a white-green. I'm getting a little bit tired of meta-decking. Let's see. Attacks, it gets +0, +2 until end of turn. Okay. I'm gonna play Forests. We'll play the Elite. I'll gamble with that. It's 1 damage either way. Let's see if he blocks. If he doesn't, I'll kill it next turn anyway with the blown splinters. Nope. That's cool. This is his next move. So I can't exactly kill it, but it's not really worth me chucking any blockers in front of it at the moment. I mean, I'm already keeping up with the damage, and I can kill it pretty easily. I'm hoping he plays an enchantment. It'd be nice if someone played an enchantment or an artifact to make my reclamation stage useful. It's... right, let's have a look. At the beginning of upkeep, if you control 4 more creatures, transform. If he transforms... yeah, that one might have to die. I think we'll play Swamp. Sorry, we're killing that off. And we'll sacrifice token. And attack with all. Go. Alright. Right, what's your next move? So, yeah, okay, he'll stop something from untapping. Okay, I probably want to attack this turn because of the links. I don't particularly want to lose that. 2 damage. Yep. Alright. Play a Swamp down. Deadbridge Shaman. Be a very, very useful card for wreaking a little bit of havoc. We'll skip. So yeah, now I got something that's kind of useful for blocking. I don't. I'm not sure if this is like a Hearthstone thing or what, but it always strikes me as interesting that people don't play instant. Yeah. See, that's just left them open now. Like, you could sort of use that as a bait or a stalling tactic, but the thing is he has it, and that's why that confuses me. Yeah, we'll check the shaman in front. That's actually a good trade. Like, that is actually a trade that was worth it. Forces him to discard. Like, it forces him to discard, so. Something tells me he's a bit mana screwed. I have a feeling he's got enchantments. He'll attack with the elite. See if he blocks it. Yep. That's fine. I'm gonna hold the sage. I just have this feeling he's got a enchantment. Ooh. Okay. Now we're in trouble. I can't block that. I can't block it. So the best option is that I just attack. I mean, he could block. He's not going to be able to kill my creature. He loses 1 life anyway. Why can't you be an artifact or enchantment? I would make my sage useful. Nah, now it's catching up on lands. Another one. Ooh. This is going to be painful. This is going to be painful. It's... No. Okay. Let's go... Let's drop the forest. Okay, he's not playing any enchantments, so stuff it. We'll play Reclamation Sage. And then you can lose 2 life. Sorry, 3 life that will be. So now we can... Well, he can't... I can't block or kill those, but... Actually, that was... I just remembered I couldn't block those, so that was rather silly. And there's where I needed to sort of shade the Reclamation Mage. Stink. There, that's where I should have saved this Sage. That was me being silly. Getting ahead of myself. Play a swamp and another archer. Skip for now. So yeah, I'm predicting that he's not wanting to attack simply because he needs to have blockers to defend him. But if I'm lucky and I can get something to increase my elves' power, I can then swing in, but... And there it is, folks. Exactly what I've been waiting for. Oof. are you gonna block that, I wonder? If I do that, I'm just wondering how he's gonna block it. Those are, they've triggered. Sacrifice. Okay, so it'll probably make me sacrifice something. Nope. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. So he will only. Yeah, he's gonna make me sacrifice something. I'll sacrifice you. That's 8. How are you gonna block that? You're gonna try. That's. Yeah, see, I'm gonna be able to knock off. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Neither of them are gonna die, but he doesn't kill my creature. That's 6. So he's on 6 life. I think at the moment my best option, unless he's got something that he can. He's gonna need another creature, knock off Twin. Ooh, there we go. Alright, so he left. We'll keep playing and see if we win this. Just trying to decide here. Well, he's going to have to block all, I think. I'm almost tempted to say it's just worth going all out again. They'll put him on 4. Yeah, that's actually almost worth doing. Because he's got to block Gwyn, but he can't. Won't be able to kill it. Yeah, I thought that would happen, and then I swing again next turn to finish him off. So, yeah, I lost the card. That's okay. I swing again next turn, he loses 2 life. Yeah, doesn't really matter. I swing next turn, he loses 2 life. But let's see what else we can pull out. This is a win. I just want to see what else I can do. Alright. And attack with all. It's a win. So we're 2 for 2. We'll have one more game and see if this is actually a decent deck. Alright, game number 5. We're 2 for 2. We'll see if this is the tiebreaker. I have a feeling I'm gonna meet a bit of a sticky end here. Alright, I'm kicking off. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. It's pretty good. Play the Thornbow. Alright. So he's playing a red. Why do I feel like this is a red-white? Right, we're going to play Forest. I'm only going to play the Elite so I can make sure I get that token out now. Just in case there's that, there's a Fiery Impulse. Or a Twin, no, not Twin Bolt, yeah, Fiery Impulse or something like that. No, we're good. That's the only reason I played the Elite before attacking. Otherwise, normally, I wait. Because you want to try and bait things out. 2 goblins. Play a forest. Attack with all, but we're not we're going to keep the Thornbow back. I just want to see how he's going to block. Okay, that's fine. He's trading 1 for 1. That's fine. I'm not going to complain. We'll then play down the Sacred Vine Breeder. Might be mono red actually. Mono red aggro. Right. You lose 1 life. What are you going to do? I have a feeling there's going to be like a Twin Bolt or something coming out. Unless... could be quite possible that this guy does not... Okay, I'm going to play Elves Visionary first. So we can see what else we draw. That'll be useful later. We'll play Sacred Vine Breeder. And in the turn. Interesting. That is... Okay, well, we'll play a forest. It's almost not even worth worrying about whether or not I've actually... something comes out. Yeah. We'll sacrifice the Vine Breeder. We'll play the Winnower. Because unless he gets something to defend him next turn... I mean, that's also got Menace, so... he's going to have to play down 2 creatures to stop it. That already needs to do a massive... So, Twin Bolt, what is he going to Twin Bolt? Interesting. Can you finish off? Surging the Boulder Salvo. I would have Twin Bolt something else entirely. That is pretty well played. That is actually well played. Didn't expect that to happen. I'll play the land. Best we can do is attack. And end there. So let's see, what is he going to play out now? This discard land. So he discards a land so he can deal 2 damage. He's going to Surge. And take out the Elvish Visionary. No, he's doing direct damage to me. Okay. Discard the land to deal 2 damage to the Visionary. Alright. Well played, sir. Well played. That is unfortunate. 2 bone splinters. And then he'll discard a land to do 2 damage to me. So now he's got no cards in his hand, so I know that Pyromancer's Assault isn't as powerful now. Elvish Visionary. Let's see if we can draw out some more cards. That will flip. Nissa. I'd love to have Asher, but I think actually, I almost think I should have played Asher. Damn. Actually, I should have played Asher. Well, we'll just end that there. Are you going to try and take out Nissa? That's fine. You'll sacrifice that to deal 2 damage. So yeah, now I can't do... Actually, in a way that was kind of actually good. Because I kept Nissa alive, though, yeah, it'd be nice to have pulled out Asher. We'll play you. This is looking average. I think I've pulled almost all my bone splinters out, so hopefully no more will show up. So the Pyromancer's Assault is no good anymore, because he's top decking. If I'm lucky... Yeah, I mean I'm gonna lose Nissa next turn. Make sure you can't use that. Actually, know exactly what I'll do next turn. Because he cut... So, see, what are you going to do? Are you going to try... And if he tries to eliminate Nissa... Yep. That's fine. I'll let Nissa die. There's no point in trying to save Nissa. So that actually kind of backfires on his part. play the Deathbridge Shaman. And I think what we might do is we'll recklessly attack because he has to block. So if we can start whittling down his creatures, he's not going to be able to survive. So the trick is that it's just keep recklessly assaulting him and hopefully knock off those tokens one by one. It would have been great to have Asher on the field because there's a 4/4 he can't handle. So now he won't block. Let's play you and eliminate. Make sure that the Pyromancer's Assault no longer has any power. We'll attack with the Shaman. Yep, he'll block. So yeah, this is kind of going in my favour at the moment, simply because he has to block. I don't have to. Like, I can take the damage through. Yeah, I had to sacrifice Nissa, and having Nissa out for a bit longer would have been good, but it's not needed. So, he's keeping a card in his hand. That's, game. Twin bolting. Loses 1 life. So yeah, once again, this is a case of me sitting there and putting him on the knife's edge. He has to maintain this up front. So yeah, that was a well played Twin Bolt. Actually, that was silly. I know what I should have done. I know what I should have done. Should have played the Elves Visionary, sacrificed it to kill the Goblin. That was my bad, me not thinking ahead. Rushing and keeping to the same strategy. Will Elvish Visionary. What do we pull out? Land. Continue. So if he gets out a creature, I'll just burn the Visionary. Yep. Here we go. That's it. Drop the land, and we'll finish up with attacking with all. And that's game. So we won 3-2. Yeah. Elves has sort of dropped off a little bit since the Lorwyn expansion. Yeah, Lorwyn Elves kind of dropped off a little bit. It's not. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. But it's okay. There's still the idea is to overwhelm with a lot of elves, but there are some elf cards back from Onslaught that would be absolutely brilliant in these decks. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, dislike, subscribe, whatever. I'll catch you all later.